Welcome Aries, this is Regina from Pacific Tarot getting ready to do your August general reading. This is intended to frame the entire month of August, and I have laid out the 4 axes of the horoscope wheel cards already. I will clarify these cards and I will pull an oracle card at the very end for a final message for you from Spirit. So before we get started, I want to thank all of you who have liked, subscribed, donated, commented, and supported me in all the ways that you do. It is truly appreciated to have my messages resonate throughout the world. So thank you so very much for spending your valuable time with me. Let's get started with the overall energy, Aries, for this reading, and I pulled the Judgment card. The Judgment card is indicating that you are having an opportunity to make a final decision about an action or an event or an opportunity before you. This decision has come through a long process of awakening, awareness, elevating your consciousness so that you now recognize your purpose, your service that you bring to the situation in order to elevate it to its fuller potential, as opposed to this opportunity that you may have had in the past that you were not able to, that was disappointing in some way, that failed, something that should have been great that wasn't good, or it was missed entirely. This can be a project, a work, an area of interest, a relationship. This can be a rebirth of your sense of purpose, your understanding of your place in life and in the planet, and thus a more focused and spiritual appreciation for the opportunities that you have before you at this time. In the 10th house, your social standing, how others see you, we have the 3 of Wands. The 3 of Wands, Aries, has you starting something new, moving in a fresh direction, taking the energy and the passion that is informing this decision that you are now poised to make, this new vantage point from which you can see your actions in the past and the potential for success in the future. This is you invigorated to pursue this opportunity by doing all that you can, the research, finding out the information, exploring the field or the opportunity, getting the details, and networking, communicating with others, finding out who the players are in this new area, this new opportunity you have. In the 1st house, this is your perspective. And the Wheel of Fortune indicates that this change of heart, this elevated awareness that you are experiencing now as a result of tried and true error, experimentation, and experience, you are recognizing that you are receiving the favor of the universe now that you are resonating with its purpose and plan for you, so that your actions are receiving favorable reception by those. Your opportunities are marked clearly with success in a way that is available to you and clear to you now that you have altered your perspective and are in the process of receiving this full circle karma that reflects the energy, the work that you have invested in something over an entire journey or lifetime even. In the fourth house, we have the Hermit card. And the Hermit is indicating this phenomenal ability, Aries, for you to look within for the answers. You are not focused on the wisdom or the information that others give to you. Rather, you are recognizing your own inner authority as the ultimate weapon with which you can, or the ultimate tool with which you can make best judgments as concerns your own welfare, your own success, your own happiness. But this sees you moving within, really addressing those people that you respect as authorities, be they past or present. You're really understanding that it is their wisdom that amplifies your wisdom in this life and helps you. You trust the learning and the answers that you receive from them, and therefore are in a position to share what you're learning with others. In the seventh house of significant relationships, I see you building foundations in a community, building a cultural, a spiritual, even a social foundation that really is based on those things that are most important to you, and allow you, your partner, or those that are your peers in this endeavor to grow from this platform that you are creating. And this platform can be ideas, inspirations, new business opportunities, new social opportunities. It can come in any form of support and security that you are now feeling in this new awareness that you are exercising in your life that is changing the complexion of everything. I'm going to clarify the first house Wheel of Fortune with the Four of Pentacles and the King of Swords. So this is indicating your energy that is helping to boost this new focus and perspective on the ways in which you can improve your life and your community. This is drawing on not only the resources you've already established for yourself, you've already grounded yourself in, the material security, safety, the physical comforts, and things that you have built, is intersecting with your ability to detach yourself from your powerful emotions and feelings at this time so that you can strategize, you can make the logical conclusion that is a result of this call to purpose that you're experiencing and this desirous change of perspective, this change that you are now implementing in your life that reflects this new openness and sense of abundance, security, and opportunity before you. You have the experience to recognize the steps that needed to be taken, that need to be taken in order to manifest this change of perspective, the changes within your life and within your community. The Hermit in the fourth house is clarified by the Two of Pentacles in the fifth house and the Star card in the sixth house. So this is talking about this need for you to pull in, to look for answers within. This pulling in, this seeking your inner authority, your inner wisdom, your inner guidance is being inspired by your ability to recognize this dramatic change that you are experiencing within. This inside exchange, this openness, this way of really balancing out the awareness that you brought into this year and the awareness that you are gaining. And this truly is, despite the label of this reading, very timeless. So this experience, this awareness you're experiencing, this expansion has been happening over a long period of time. But you are feeling the outer, the external reflection of these changes very much now, and you are inspired by the challenges that you've been able to overcome, the balancing that you now understand is necessary within your community of peers. That can be within your work life, your family life, your home life, any arena in which you are working and overcoming obstacles and persevering, being patient with yourself, recognizing that there are skills and attitudes that you can cultivate that will bring greater balance and abundance in the outer experience of your life, in the material conditions of your life. So you're very much inspired by your community of growth, your community of support, and that your self-selected family, tribe, and the vision that you are now seeing possible in ways that have signaled the end of a very long and challenging journey for you. The Four of Wands in the 7th house is clarified by the Judgment, again in the 8th house, and the Ace of Swords in the 9th house. A Judgment here is showing up very specifically to be about the area of your life where you share resources with others. So the ways in which you are growing your community, you're securing your most significant relationships and goals, is an area in which you are re-understanding the potential, the opportunities you have to build wealth together, build abundance together, and that is beyond the material experience of money or things, and as well it is about your spiritual capital, your social capital. And there's an opportunity here for you to be highly successful at something that you attempted in the past and was a disappointment. But you've now grown and learned in such a way that you understand the success potential of this opportunity, this way in which you are working with others to solidify your material resources. The 9th house, Ace of Swords, is very much about an overarching awareness and clarity that is inspiring you to look beyond the material impact of your experience, what you have netted, your sense of not only wealth, but your sense of truth. And this sense of truth is something that you are now understanding is multifaceted, complex. It is not straightforward. There are truths and there are versions of truths. And this is part of the clarification that is inspiring a big creative opportunity for you. There is possibly some connection or with an overseas community, opportunity to travel. Certainly opportunities for research and exploration are opening up. And this can also be part of the inspiration to share what you have developed, what you have built up more broadly at a global level in a way that our technology now makes quite easy and or accessible to you. So this is an exciting opportunity for you to grow your ideas, to grow your community and your commitment to your truth. The Three of Wands in the 10th house is clarified by the Four of Wands in the 11th house and the Eight of Swords in the 12th house. So the Four of Wands also is repeated along with the Judgment. So this is very much about your stability, your foundation, your cultural largesse, your social capital, and this is where you have identified the area of growth and enlightenment, clarity for you. This is a place where you are able to engage in the complexity of the truths and the correct path forward for the larger human community, your larger affiliations, your invisible tribes and associations, those allies that exist around the planet that are likewise dedicated to building up this spiritual and cultural foundation that can be shared and exists as a platform for the growth of all involved, for the growth, the expansion, and the well-being of all. The Eight of Swords in the 12th house can indicate an intense amount of overthinking, overanalysis, maybe anxiety around the opportunities available, the desire to, excuse me, reason through the opportunities that you have, and the awareness you're experiencing is coming through so many levels of your experience that you are feeling a great need to stand back and detach yourself from the feelings in order to focus best on the changes that you want to make. This in and of itself at such a large macrocosmic level is really at times overwhelming to you, but you address that by leaning on the support that you have and your desire to change. It feels very much like the need to change through a community that has withstood a lot, has overcome many obstacles, is part of the necessary focus that allows you to experience this elevated consciousness. Aries, I'm going to clarify or finish off this reading with a botanical reading, and here we go. Two flipped out, and I'm picking the one that starts first. And the card is the Primrose, and the keywords are youthful love. Claudia Grandi said, "If I had a single flower for every time I think of you, I could walk forever in my garden." This card is very much talking about this new level of consciousness you're experiencing, this shift in focus that allows you to recognize the experience of those to whom you are closely connected, to be integrated into your experience and your expression, so that when you act as a unit, as a tribe, as a collective, as a collaborative. And this is part of the shift that you are experiencing in August. I want to thank you for a beautiful reading, for your time and attention, Aries, and until next time, Namaste.